All right, they on commercial. All right, they're currently on commercial break. I think Alcorn just punted to Southern. Like the show, share the show. Yeah, get it in. Like the show, share the show. Yep, we back. Told you only take me 2 minutes.
Capitol building. Beautiful shot of the building here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, as Alcorn State University coming to visit the Bluff. 7-0 our score, Southern on top. And so far, we see a lot of different things. One of the things we're seeing is a lot of high tempo for Southern.
Yeah, absolutely. What they want to do against Alcorn, they know that Alcorn likes to rotate their defensive linemen. They keep them fresh. Coach Fred McNair calls it freshness, keeping those defensive linemen fresh. If Southern can keep that high tempo and keep that offense on the field without substituting, that does not allow Alcorn to substitute. That's why the Jaguars have had some success here in the first period.
First down and 10, Southern getting a couple of yards on that play. Alcorn doing a great job. Tavarian McCullum, the 6'3" redshirt senior on the tackle.
And Alcorn missed a great opportunity to pin Southern deep inside the 5-yard line, allowing that punt to get into the end zone. And that allows the Jaguar offense to operate with some room.
Alcorn showing blitz here on second down. McCray bouncing to the outside, and he'll get the first down for Southern.
You see those fresh legs of Bashawn McCray. Just a little RPO, fakes the inside zone, reaches the defensive end, takes it outside, picks up the first down. As you mentioned, the fourth leading rusher in the SWAC, the leading rusher on the Jaguar team ahead of Gerard Sims.
More than 70 yards rushing. Here is the give to the running back. Stutter steps and gets out to the outside. A flag on the play.
Looks like that was Carl Lejean, the freshman out of Prattville, Alabama. We'll check the penalty marker. McCray so far tonight, 4 of 6, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Block in the back. Block in the back against Southern, and that will nullify that big run.
Huge penalty there. Back up the Jaguars. And again, both of these ball clubs coming to tonight on hot streets. Alcorn has won 3 in a row, 2-0 in conference. Had a big win last week against Mississippi Valley, 30-7. 2 weeks ago, they knocked off Arkansas Congo 38-21. For the Jaguars last week, a huge win down on the hill at Prairie View, 45-13. They trailed that game at halftime, 13-10. Outscored the Panthers 35-0 in the second half.
First down and 13 now. Here is the give to once again to Lagon across the 30-35. Near a first down, depending on where the official said he went out of bounds at. It looks like he'll be just a little bit short of a first down.
Good job by Lagon. He has the speed. Sims has the power. You see him. Good hole on the left side. Excellent block by the right tackle. Near the marker. Going to be just shy. He's second down and 2 for the Jags.
Just a little over a minute remaining here in this first quarter. The ball resting at the 41-yard line of Southern. They're already on top 7-0. McCray buys some time, goes over the side and cannot find his receiver. Lagon was wide open, and he had real estate wide open.
Sean McCray is going to slap himself in film study. This is the second wide open receiver. He tried to put a little touch on it. A little bit of that has to be on Lagon because he has to run through the catch. But Cray is expecting him to continue to run. Lagon slowed down just a bit, so you don't put all of that on McCray. That's about 50-50 right there between the receiver and the quarterback just not being on the same page.
Southern kind of taking their time here just a little bit now.
Like they had two men in motion, and looks like Coach Eric Dooley is going to say, come on over, guys. Let's regroup on this big 3rd and 2. Big play coming up in this ball game. Jaguars trying to protect the rock. 7-zip lead.
But while we have this opportunity, let's take a look at the impact players sponsored by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket.
Well, for Alcorn, it's their quarterback, Aaron Allen. Last week, 22 of 29, 300 yards versus Mississippi Valley on the defensive side of the ball. Terrence Ellis leads the team in tackles for loss for the Jaguars. Gerard Sims averaging nearly 5 yards per carry. Tough runner inside. And on the defensive side, you've seen him already make plays tonight. Jordan Lewis leads the team in sacks. Came in with 3, already has 1 tonight.
Jordan Lewis, a huge part of this football team. And, of course, did not have his services, if I'm not mistaken, against Prairie View A&M University.
Yeah, he was a little bit out for that ball game, but back tonight in a big way.
Southern University now facing 3rd down and 2. Here's McCray scrambling. He'll get the 1st down and a little bit more inside the 40, and his helmet comes off.
Well, you saw just a little design going around to the left side. Had all the running backs on that side. Rhymes, Lagon, Sims, all leading the way for the quarterback. You don't see that very often. 3 running backs leading the way for their quarterback. And he's able to pick up the 1st down, but he'll have to go out for 1 play due to his helmet coming off. You don't want to burn another timeout because you just did. So Bubba McDaniel will come in now for at least 1 snap.
Graduate student from Dothan, Alabama, no stranger to big moments in a ball game. Here is the give. Looks like Sims on the carry, gets across the 45 to about the 47-yard line. Under 30 seconds now in the 1st quarter.
Of course, Bubba McDaniel led them to that victory last year in this ball game, 38-35, leading that last-minute drive down to set up the game-winning field goal.
McCray back in the shotgun now for Southern. McCray getting it to Sims, and Sims will not make it to the midfield stripe. Big play defensively, and you got to credit Alcorn State University on the tackle, Terrence Ellis. And that's the end of the 1st quarter. Jaguars put 7 on the board in the 1st stanza after a huge play by Sims out to Pete. 7-0 our score.
Wow. I mean, like Bama, they ain't beat Bama in 15 years. UT should have lost. They kicker, I mean, Bryce drove him downfield. The kicker just missed the field goal. Yep. And now that Tennessee-Georgia game. Woo-wee. That game, Tennessee-Georgia. They got so much at stake in the rankings. I think they'll knock Alabama down from 3 to like 6. They're not going to fall out of the top 6. And if they do, that's a problem. Yep. That one guy said that was a game of the week. I'm rooting for Alcorn too. I think Southern overhyped. But if they shutting down that run of Alcorn, then they playing up the expectation for some. And it just shows Alcorn don't have a quarterback, which means they just like Prairie View. Them white people that took their goalpost down in Alabama. I mean, at UT. The goalpost has to come down. There's no other good game on right now. Florida State, Clemson, Stanford, Notre Dame. Ain't none of them worth my attention as far as FBS. But when you hear Alabama lose, Clemson moves up into the top 14. Now, if Tennessee beat Georgia, the SEC in trouble. They'll still get 2 teams. They might even get 3 teams in.
2022 National Battle of the Bands at NRG Stadium in Houston. Their director, Everson Martin, very, very gracious, and he said it was great, rewarding, and gratifying to see his band being able to get a huge opportunity.
Yes, so you guys definitely want to stick around at halftime and check out the halftime show, along with the Human Jukebox, of course. First quarter numbers, Southern had 21 plays from scrimmage for 147 yards. The Alcorn Braves, 13 plays from scrimmage, 6 yards of total offense in the first quarter for Fred McNair's Braves.
McCray swing pass, and he gets it out to his wide receiver, Reginald King, sophomore. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down. Coach Dooley decides to do here. His defense has played outstanding so far in his first half. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception. Alcorn has 2 penalties for 30 yards so far tonight. Southern with 4 penalties for 45. But that Jaguar defense has been outstanding, and they're going to play the field position game here to try to push Alcorn back in.
And here's the kick. Good high kick, and it will bounce and go out of bounds. And let's see, does it get inside the 10-yard line? Right at about the 9-yard line. So that's good, a good punt there. And Alcorn State University, they'll have to go 91 yards to pay dirt.
Good job. Unfortunately for Alcorn, they weren't able to catch the play this time. Good job there. The Jaguars. Alcorn offense, they're going to have to find a way to get on track.
And we talk about the offense of both of these teams, but for Southern to hold Alcorn to just 6 yards, that's just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, they got those back-to-back sacks that pushed them out of field goal range near the end of the first period as well.
Here is the give across the 15. And on the carry for the Alcorn State University Braves, that's Javante Leatherwood. Kind of a little bit of a trio of running backs for Alcorn State.
Yeah, they like to mix it up in the backfield as well.
Mr. Hole.
Leatherwood as well as Howard.
And Leatherwood may have gotten a yard on this particular play, and that's it.
Nico definitely will get some of the action as well. I've seen him earlier. Nico was the starter last year. And of course, Jarvis and Howard from Syracuse kind of set the conference on fire so far.
Allen with the pass is incomplete on third down and 3. And that pass was intended for Jeremiah Green, the tight end from Houston.
And that's going to be another quick 3 and out for Alcorn. They just did not get anything going against this Southern defense. And it all turned around for Southern after a 24 Texas Southern last month in Dallas. They really were able to hone in. Coach said that He really didn't give Bashawn McCray, the quarterback, enough snaps in the non-conference game. So when they got into that first game against Texas Southern, they really weren't prepared offensively. They did a good job moving the football, but they did do a good job in the red zone.
And on the punt, getting the ball, that is Chandler Whitfield, and he gets some great field position at about the 35-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 at that moment as pleasantries are being exchanged between the two teams. We'll take this timeout. 7-0 our score from Baton Rouge.
I think these teams is hype. Prairie View was hype. I think we bought the hype when Alcorn went toe-to-toe with James Madison and had a chance to win. This thing, the West, I think they're overhyped. They're going to beat up on each other and all of that, but they're just overhyped. I don't even like how that's going. Most people really ain't even interested in this game. Oh, shoot. Florida State quarterback just scored. He just put the boots on somebody. Clemson might take an L right here because I think they just punted the ball, and then Florida State went down and scored. Unless Florida State had the ball first, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't think nobody interested in this game. Everybody ready to go to homecoming. JSU homecoming. Well, Travis is back next week. Truth Thompson, I think he back next week.
Facing the Alcorn State University football team, talking things over. 7-0 our score. As I tell you what, if you are the Braves, considering what has happened in this first quarter, to be down 7-0, you're a little bit fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense is going to have to come up with another big stand right now, but the offense has not been able to help the Braves defense out. The Jaguars begin in plus territory at the Alcorn State 36-yard line.
First down and 10 here is McCray, and he hands the ball off.
Touchdown.
Wide open, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Southern University, and it's all gone. Going the distance for the Jags. Looks like the Pepper State. Hot 10, open, wide open. It's not that Alcorn State do. Just great blocking up front. No one in the second level. You don't get it easy to touchdown. Just run through that hole. I tell you what, those buffet busters stand the line and open the hole up, and everybody is eating here in Baton Rouge. Kick is up, it is good. Time out of the field with the score. Southern 14, Alcorn nothing, and a big run simply because of some great blocking up front.
I don't think that the JSU is excited after that win. I think that they are. I think the boys are a little down about that win. Offensively, they're down. I mean, they still take it because it's a win, but I don't think that they're like up about it. They shouldn't be. But now, but this also let me know like Brett Bartolone, his play calling today it wasn't it wasn't attacking. He wasn't attacking the defense. He was more conservative. I think the last 2 weeks, the way he's been calling plays, it has well, he did attack deep, but he didn't attack deep none against Bethune. Think about what the game. If you go back and watch the game over, Bartolone didn't take, it didn't take no shots downfield. When they got ready to, though, I think Shador arm was hit or whatever, and then he threw one short. But I don't even think them was the only, shots. Like they did nothing to really attack the safeties. Everything was intermediate. Everything was like intermediate within in a particular realm. I haven't seen them really try to, go downfield and hit people with back shoulders or anything like that. He wasn't pressing that at all. And I think we'll see different play calls made against Campbell than we have in the last few weeks. That's gonna be a difference. But this guy ain't gonna get. Hey, if Alcorn can't run the ball, this guy ain't gonna be over.
Of just the strength and what they were able to do.
Yeah, those big guys up front opening a huge hole for Lagon. His third touchdown of the year. That young man, he's all smiles on the sideline, but he's going to have to dap up his offensive line. And as far as Alcorn, they're going to have to find an answer offensively. So far tonight, rushing the football. Jarvion Howard, 4 carries for only 3 yards. Nico Duggan, 1 carry for 4 yards. Leatherwood, he's been the best. 2 carries for 7 yards. So, Alcorn is going to have to get some answers on this one. That's going to be better than the passing game. Aaron Allen for 5 with an interception. Here at the Bluff. And this could go for a touchback. That'll be first down and 10 for Alcorn State that team is covered as has been just equally dominant. Yeah, they have overmatched this Alcorn offense. For the Braves, they just have to put a couple of first downs back to back. Without a penalty, they only have 3 first downs in the ball. A couple of recent completions from Aaron Allen. Again, you're going up against a Southern secondary that have been ball hawks the entire season. The Jaguar secondary comes into this ball game leading the conference with 9 interceptions. They have another one tonight to make it 10. 4 of those have been returned for touchdowns. First down and 10 for Alcorn at the 25-yard line. Here is the give across the 30 up to about the 35-yard line. And this is a positive start here on this drive. Jarvion Howard getting big yardage on first down. Yeah, his best run of the night, 11 yards. Left tackle. Good job there on the left side of the offensive line, feeling the edge. He's still ready. 325 offensive tackle. When he feels the edge, he has some room to run.
First down and 10. Here's Allen back to pass. Overshot his receiver. He was trying to get Malik Rogers. Carolyn, Texas.
He had Rogers open on a deep slant. And again, tried to get it over the linebacker, but it also floated over the receiver. So a couple of hot throws we've seen from McCoy, and now also big second down here. Need to pick up some positive yardage.
From the 36. Allen fakes the handoff, gets it to his wide receiver across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Great catch. Wide receiver Manny Jones. Redshirt from Emory, Mississippi.
That was an outstanding grab by Jones. Jones only goes 5'7", 170 pounds, and he had to have used every inch of his body to bring that one in.
Howard tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Again, great defensive play by this Southern University team. Kelby Givens, the freshman from Shreveport, on the tackle.
Watch Givens here. Working against 72. No comes from the backside. Just sheds the block, able to bring down Howard from behind. And Howard just nowhere to run. He had the nice 11-yard carry to begin this possession. And now Nico Duffy will check in. Nico is the speedster. They'll try to get him in space.
Duffy's one of those guys, if he gets into the open field, it is a challenge to catch him. Allen back here on 2nd and 13, complete across the board, 45-yard line, down to 44. That was a catch. Various balls, just to get ready. Looks like that's going to be Benny McCray, I believe.
Benny McCray, and that's Sean McCray's brother. They'll take a look at him over on the sideline. Looks like it may be his left leg that's causing the issue.
The stopping play, remember, he is on the Alcorn sideline. And McCray is now up. And he'll take the walk back to the opposite side of the field. Gingerly, I might add.
He'll be able to return.
And he is a key component for this Southern University defense. McCray had 4 tackles against Prairie View A&M University and 1 pass breakup.
Now, big 3rd and 2 coming up here for the Braves. This is usually Jarvis Howard.
And you see Alcorn rushing to the line. And here is Howard. He gets across the line of scrimmage to the 40-yard line. And that'll be enough for a first down and a little bit more.
It's the big fella that you use in short yardage situations. He's hard to bring down. He gets a lot of him from that offensive line as well. At the line of game, the big fellas come in from behind and push him forward across the 40-yard line. It's going to be a first down out around the 42.
And it awakens this Alcorn State University crowd that has come to Baton Rouge. And here's one here across the 35-yard line down to about the 33-yard line. Once again, Howard on the carry.
You're trying to get the big fella ramped up. And a lot of times with these big fellas, it's about getting into a rhythm, getting the ball 3, 4, 5 times in a row and starting to wear down the defense inside.
Pass out into the flat, and that's going to be Adams for a game play.
He's not enough for the first down. He only needed 4. So he had to change the move and go exactly where he needed to get to. And now the Braves moving near the red zone.
Now with the handoff to Howard. Nice big move by Howard. That's about 3 yards.
Harrison there to help make the stop. Along with Davis.
14-0 our score. Alcorn trying to get into the end zone for the first time this evening. Snap is a little bit low. Allen going deep. Allen getting his receiver. Touchdown, Alcorn State University. Malik Rogers, a graduate student from Pearland, putting 6 on the board for the Braves.
Tremendous drive by Alcorn. Tremendous response. Excellent throw that time from Allen. Start, run, short pass, and then boom, over the top. One-on-one coverage in the secondary. Beats Glenn Brown by 2 steps. All he had to do was bring it in. And now we're an extra point away from a 7-point game.
Extra point try is up, and it is good. And so now the lead is down to a touchdown for State University after the extra point by Alcorn State University. Huge play for Alcorn on a big drive. The touchdown pass to Malik Rogers, the graduate student.
There you have it. That's a score that they necessarily needed. They needed that score. Yep. Let me see what's going on here. This was on my voicemail. 768. Look at the phone over there. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, cool. Somebody just tried to spam call me. Somebody got bad, bro. They didn't say one word but left a voicemail. Yeah, man, like the stream, share the stream to all the Alcorn and Southern fans. Alcorn. I think I'm gonna do the Boombox Classic. I may stream that. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. Boombox Classic, Soul Bowl. May do the homecoming. Who y'all gonna be at the homecoming? Gotta make it happen. And they gotta come on with the come on. I still think Southern the better. Yeah, Southern is the better team. The way they recruited and all of that, they had all the hype, but then they get blowed out where they get shut out by 7-7 Clemson and Florida State. They get blowed out by well, not blowed out, but they get shut out by a Texas Southern team that, in my opinion, is not a good team. In no way, shape, form, or fashion is Texas Southern a good team.
Back to receive for Southern, Kendrick Ryan as well as Braylon Morgan. And it'll come down to Ryan to the cross the 20 out to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. And on the tackle for Alcorn State University is going to be 29, Robert McDaniel. Here, Southern, you get a chance to try to put together something here. You're up 14-7. Really, the pressure's not on you right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have a 14-0 lead. Alcorn comes back with a nice drive. Now, what you don't want here is to go 3 and out with the defense back on the field. Because they just were on the field for nearly 4 minutes of 10-play drive. So if you want to take a little time out, if you're McCray, get your running game, you have to take one to pick up a couple of first downs.
Turnover. Southern turn the ball over right here. You're going to see momentum swing.
Not where you wanted to start this drive.
Enough to give it up a touchdown. It's a great opportunity for the Alcorn defense to make a statement.
Going across the 10, spins this to the 15, out to the 20. Lagon spinning again, and he's got a first down for the Jaguars.
Trying to take once again, just had the big touchdown run on the previous possession. You see the inside blocking and spin move, and then a little side step as well. Great job in the open field by Lagon, picking up the first down, moving the Jaguars out from inside their own 20.
Boy, just think, Lagon just a freshman. He's going to be a force to be reckoned with down the road. From the 28-yard line. Here is the give, and this time Alcorn's defense snuffs out that play, and Lagon goes nowhere.
Yeah, both of these ball clubs have a stable of running backs. You know, and both coaches talk about how it's hard to get carries for all of the guys, but each of them are going to go with the hot hand right now for Coach Terry Dooley. It's resolved.
On the tackle, Malcolm McGee, the defensive back from College, Mississippi. Second down and 11 from the 26. McCray back to pass. Well, he's got all kinds of time. Gets it out to the wide receiver, and he gets it out to about the 26-yard line. On the catch for Southern University, that's going to be Gregory Perkins, the tight end from Pensacola.
Third down coming up now. This is a big third down. Jaguars so far 1 of 3 on third down so far tonight.
Coach Dooley known as the offensive guru in the conference.
Been excellent so far this season, 48% conversion rate. So Dooley and his offensive staff has done an excellent job in these situations, but this is a very difficult one, 3rd and 11.
Man in motion was Dyson. Here's the throw down the sideline. Caught at the 40-yard line. What a catch by Pete. And he goes down. It looks like he's hurt that tailbone. First down, Jack.
I'm not sure if this was a design back shoulder throw or if it was just underthrown by McCray. But nevertheless, excellent adjustment by Pete in the air. And you see him come down on that right hip and able to pull it in for another big first down. Huge gain so far by Pete.
And he'll come off the field. And you can tell he looks like he'll be okay, but you can tell he came down hard on that hip.
That is his 4th reception of the ball game. Already has 1 touchdown on the night, and that was a huge third down conversion on 3rd and 11.
127 yards so far in the ball game for Pete, and this play goes nowhere. Sims tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Already 127 yards for Pete.
They identified that matchup on the outside. Antonio Weiss making a stop there. With a little help from his friends. It's 2nd and long now for Southern. They've done a nice job. Remember, this drive started at their own 10-yard line, and now they're already in plus territory as we go under 6.5 minutes here in the first half.
Second down and 11 after a big defensive play by the Braves. Little stunt by the defense. Here's the throw by McCray. Caught at the 20-yard line. What a catch. Allen on the reception. And he's shaking up on the sideline.
I'll tell you what, they are picking on Devontae Key. This is about the 4th time tonight that they've attacked him one-on-one in coverage, and the receivers for Southern are just out jumping him for those jump balls and coming down with the receptions. He is not a small defensive back, 6'2", 165-pound senior out of Gainesville, Florida, but apparently he does not have the vertical leap to keep up with these Jaguar receivers, and they are taking advantage of him in one-on-one coverage. Alcorn is going to have to make some adjustments to get him some help over the top.
Well, Allen comes out of the ball game as he was hit going out of bounds. And it looks like he'll be okay.
And of course, for Alcorn, Frederick Thomas is the defensive coordinator. He's also the quarterback coach. So that is his wheelhouse. He's going to have to make some adjustments to give Key a little assistance over there. And he's going to continue to get torched.
First down and 10 now for Southern at the Alcorn 20-yard line.
And again, press man-to-man coverage.
Here's the give across the 20 to about the 15-yard line. Sims on the carry. And they'll get him down to about the 14-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play.
Now the Braves defense really on their heels right now. Jerry Dooley really calling a nice game, mixing up the run and pass. They want a balanced attack, and they're doing an outstanding job of that on this drive.
McCray looking into the end zone. It's up, and it is caught. Is it a touchdown? Yes, touchdown, Southern University. Allen, after getting shaken up a little bit, comes back and puts 6 on the board for Southern. And again, Cassius Allen goes 6'4", 200 pounds, and he's just bigger than the defensive back, 21. Andrew Smith, who only goes 5'11". So excellent job by the Blues, realizing the advantage that these receivers have, and they're just playing tough ball right now. Extra point try is up, and it is good. 21-0. Our score, Southern has extended that lead back to 14 points. And the Southern fans waving their flag here in Baton Rouge. Big throw by McCray, getting that ball to Allen. With more on the board.
In 2 weeks, you're going to see a totally different quarterback than what you're seeing right now. I'm telling you now. You are going to see a totally different quarterback. He will have time to do that, catch it, look, and throw it, but he's not going to have time. He's not going to have the receiver where he need the receiver to be because of the press, and they're going to be up in their face. And more than likely, he ain't going to throw the ball. He's going to pull the ball down and run. And then that's when Aubrey Miller going to take his head off. But first is Campbell, because everybody got to deal with what they got to deal with. But Southern is not impressive offensively. Over those Western Swag West teams. We bought the hype. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, McNair got to do something. Well, he just needs his team to score. If his team can score right here before halftime, they'll control some of the momentum. And by controlling some of the momentum, they'll be able to make their plays. But this game I don't even like how this game being played. Defensively, offensively, they're making Southern, they're not challenging Southern. They're not in Southern's face. They're not blitzing McCray. They're not getting him off his spot. They're letting him throw in rhythm. When they want to run outside, there's no one setting the edge. I think we just bought the hype because who Alcorn played tough and could have or should have beaten, but didn't.
And here's a kick. It will stay inbounds at the 5, out to the 10, out to about the 14-yard line on the return. Manny Jones, as he was going to let the ball bounce to see if it was going to go into the end zone. Instead, it bounced back into the field of play. That could have been a huge mistake there. I thought it was going into the end zone, but good job catching it on the bounce and just getting as much as he can out of the play. Ends up on Jones. But Aaron Allen and company, once again, they scored deep in their own territory. Last possession, they were able to go on a 75-yard, 10-play drive to get their first score of the night. This time, they started their own 14. Here's Allen back to pass, looking, and it's incomplete. Remember, Alcorn at one point had the ball inside the 25-yard line of Southern, could not do anything to cash in. That could have gotten them another touchdown. 7 down, 5:06 left to go in this first half. Yeah, this was an important drive for a couple of reasons.
Also,
dang, man. Fix your audio, ESPN.
to begin Alcorn will get the football to begin the second half. So if you can eat up some clock, get us some more here, and then get the football to begin the second half, you can get a two-for situation where you can try to get back into this ball game.
Ontario Luck with the catch and pressure to the ball in Mississippi. On the time, Christopher Davis. Third down and 5.
It's a big third down coming up for the Braves. You have to convert here. You do not want to punt the football back to the Jaguars. Alcorn so far tonight on third down, only 2 of 6.
Here's Allen back to pass. Looking for the open receiver. Caught.
That may be a penalty flag.
That's a flag, bro. Oh, man. He was down. He got up and you pushed him back down. No matter what. It's still a flag.
Nice job on the grab by Rogers. And, yeah, that was unnecessary. That's the reason and they do call it.
Yeah, that was a late-ass flag.
First down.
So the penalty was not for the personal foul. Apparently there was another infraction at Alcorn.
Man, this should have been 2 flags, bro. This is 15 yards.
Alcorn getting to the line and now looking over to the sideline.
And Southern doesn't blitz either. Look what Southern does. They play it safe too.
For the Braves, along with Allen.
Run, quarterback.
He'll take off with the football. 35. He'll slide to about the 37-yard line.
Aaron Allen slides safely with a 36-yard line. It's a game 5-1 play, 75.
Where you want to be if you're the Braves. You don't want to be in that 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10 territory.
They'll say he started his slide at the 36. Here's the get to Howard across the 40. Gets to about the 42-yard line. That should be enough for a first down.
Open field to by Jordan Carter. Bringing down the big fella in space. Excellent job by Carter. 5'11", 200-pound sophomore. Transfer from Bowie State. Those are winning plays right there that that young man just made.
Allen in the shotgun, looking here on first down and 10. And this is complete. Goes down to the wide receiver, Kobe Dillon. Sophomore from Faraday. Dillon really is listed as a running back, but also plays receiver.
Coverage is trash. They got 5 or 6 yards of play. Going the ball. Slant, the inside slant.
First down and 10. Here's Allen. Pass completed, and that's going to be out to Rogers. And Rogers goes to another first down for Alcorn State.
Braves trying to go a little tempo. Just a little simple out route. Taking what the defense gives them. They don't want to stay in the pocket too long against this fierce pass rush of the Jaguars.
Allen looking, getting across the 40-yard line. 35. Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. And there goes one of the camera guys.
He got a little tangled up over there. Allen gets it down to the 31. Close to the first down. Right here. Coming right into your living room. Watch out now. I don't see that the difference.
You get a little hazard pay for being that close on the sideline. Allen now back in the shotgun, looking deep, going down the left side. It is touchdown. What a one-handed catch.
Exactly.
That was Hunt on the reception. Touchdown, Alcorn. There is a flag on the play.
What a grab by Hunt. And let's check the penalty marker.
And that will go against Southern University. It's declined. Touchdown, Alcorn State. An amazing throw by Allen to Hunt.
And again, one-on-one coverage on the outside. You see some hand fighting there. And then the defender, looks like it was Krista Davis, had a little tug of the jersey at the end, and that's what the officials caught. It's always the second guy that gets caught.
Extra point try is up, and it's good. 21-14 now the score. And we've got a ball game here in Baton Rouge with a minute and a half remaining in the first half of play.
Nice throw, end zone angle. You see a little tug right there at the end. And an excellent one-handed catch by Montario Hunt. Red shirt senior out of Walnut, Mississippi. And the Braves hanging around.
21-14 our score, and I'm telling you, Ken, what was really impressive there, just getting out there, one-hand catch, making that huge catch, ignited the Alcorn State University fans that have made the drive. Well, the ball will be resting here at about the 27, 28-yard line for the Jags. First down and 10. They still have 2 timeouts left here in the first half. McCray hands off, gets it to Lagon. He gets across the 25-yard line. Clock continues to run. Southern on top by 7, 21-14. And now they're looking to the sideline, and they're just letting the clock run out here just a little bit. They're letting it run down.
Well, because they had that negative play on first down. So now they don't want to be in a situation where they have to punt the football back to the Braves.
Second down and 12. McCray back to pass. Looking over the middle.
No blitz, no sense of urgency.
He's trying to use his speed to turn the corner, but he gave up about 5 yards.
Second and 12.
Going the opposite direction was Chandler Whitfield.
He just rushing
Whitfield
forward.
also returns kicks for Southern University.
Now instead of having the first down, if he would have just turned up field and got as much as he could, he would have had the first down. Now you're in a 3rd and 3 situation at the 35-yard line.
Now Whitfield in motion. Nothing doing on this play on 3rd and 3. And that'll let that clock will expire. Hold it at 5 seconds.
I think Coach Fred McNair is going to call a timeout, and they're going to force Southern to make a decision here.
4th down and 3.
So with that stop, Coach McNair.
A little strategy here.
And they put 5 seconds back on the clock, so it's actually going to be 10 seconds. So that's going to force the Jaguars to punt the football. If it was at 5 seconds, you could have McCray run around and just throw a deep pass to let those 5 seconds run out. You can't do that with 10 seconds. So now let's see if special teams comes into play, if Fred McNair puts on the block or if he tries to set up a return.
Well, for Southern University, really, they did not want to give the ball back to Alcorn State University at all here in this first half after they scored that touchdown. And so now they'll be forced to do so. And, of course, You never know what'll happen on a punt.
I don't know, Hattie. We ain't
4th
seeing.
down and 3.
Maybe they can get a punt block right here. But they don't look like they trying to block the punt. I would.
The Braves have a return set up.
I'd be trying to block that joker.
And they'll let this one bounce and let the time expire here in the first half of play. We're at halftime. The Southern University Jaguars on top 21-14 as they go to the locker room. But Alcorn's got a little bit of momentum after that last touchdown that they scored late in the first half.
Yeah, great end of the half by the Alcorn Braves. Southern going in with a 7-point lead. But they're not real happy about the way the half ended.
Absolutely. 10 seconds left. They had to punt the football back to Alcorn State. And you can see here, big play by Allen going down the field and a huge touchdown to end the first half.
Ooh. Hey, it's tough. It's tough. Mississippi State and Kentucky is 0-0 in the second quarter. Neither offense can move the ball against either defense right now. And Mississippi State quarterback is on the run and just threw it out of bounds. So hopefully that'll help Shador. That helps Shador win that award, that Mississippi trophy. Duke is beating North Carolina. Southern Cal is 14-0 on Utah. Florida State, Stanford 7-0 over Notre Dame. Florida State winning 14-7. It looked like Clemson can't stop nothing that Florida State want to do. But yeah, there's absolutely no pressure in this game. But I don't think that we're going to see much from both of these teams outside of them trying to win the line of scrimmage with their linemen. After that, we'll see. You got in trouble, didn't you, Tyson? Yeah. Let me give me something to drink, man. I'll be right back.
The sounds of dynamite from Alcorn State University. 21-14 our score. Southern on top. We'll take this timeout. We'll be right back.
Well, that lasted all but 2 seconds. Never mind. I was gonna look around the horn, but ain't nothing around the horn to look at. Nothing. Just a bunch of people and opinions. The defense scored 6 points today. Really 4. But because of the fumble out the back of the end zone, they count. They got a couple of forced fumbles, a couple fumble recovery. Shedeur didn't play his best game. He ain't played good because the band wasn't there. If the boom travel, he, you know what I mean? He get that boost. Yeah. Hit the like button, man. Shut the stream. A lot of teams put up a fight in those early games. Are they talking about Shedeur on another channel? Wow. Let's see what happened. Will Alcorn win the second half? Will they upset the Jaguars to eliminate them out of the West? Jaguars lose today. The West is over. Well, almost over. Uh-oh.
Fox from Southern University. Our score here at halftime is the jukebox entertaining the crowd here at Southern. We'll take a timeout. Back with more right after this.
Man, how many timeouts y'all gonna take, bro? Told you they don't show nobody banned by HBCU. I don't make this up. Let's see if they updated the stats. On the Go JSU Tiger website. I don't think they have. They got the score in here, but I don't think they got the stats. Yep, they don't have the official stats. Southern leading in interceptions? That's interesting. Man, who watching this game with me? Y'all ain't saying nothing. I think Hattie went and got her something to eat. Or just tuned in. Doing other stuff. Dang, Southern. Alcorn, lose to Alcorn. Let's see, JSU defense. Darren, they didn't even get. Oh man.
Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SWAC. The Southwestern Athletic Conference announced its 22-23 men's basketball predicted order of finish. Texas Southern picked to win the conference, followed by Alcorn State and Southern.
SWAC players of the week: Shador Sanders takes offensive player of the week. Isaiah Major from Florida A&M, defensive player of the week. And a couple of Jaguar specialists of the week: Joshua Griffin, and newcomer of the week, quarterback Bashawn McCray.
And all 8 episodes of Why Not Us, the Southern Dance, now available on ESPN+. The 8-episode series focuses on fabulous dancing dolls of Southern University. That is your SWAC news and notes presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Now the SWAC scoreboard presented by Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Couple of big games around the SWAC today. Florida A&M with a squeaker over Grambling, 20-16. Alabama State takes care of Mississippi Valley State at home, 24-9. And Jackson State all over Bethune-Cookman this afternoon, 48-8.
Tomorrow, Alabama A&M will travel to Arkansas Pine Bluff. That game originally scheduled for St. Louis. It'll be in Pine Bluff tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's the SWAC scoreboard presented by Chevrolet. Find new roads. Our halftime score, 21-14, Southern University over Alcorn. Third quarter coming up.
Let me turn this on so we can hear what they're arguing about. Well, look like ain't nobody saying that. Look like it ended. I wanted to hear people argue and cry. Jackson State didn't do this. Jackson State looked like that. I wanted to hear him cry. They always crying about Jackson State, Mo.
Our score, Southern University on top of Alcorn as we get ready to start the third quarter here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Santoria Black along with Ken Moore. And Ken, that first half, it had a lot of different moods.
A lot of ebb and flow to the first half. Southern came out with an up-tempo style, went right down the field, jumped on Alcorn 7-0, had a 21-7 lead, but the Alcorn Braves come back. Aaron Allen got hot near the end of the half, started out 2 of 7, ended the half 9 of 10, and a couple of touchdown passes to get the Braves back into this one.
And one of the things that, we talk about the offense so much, but Southern's defense dominated early in the game.
Yeah, they had a lot of sacks, a lot of pressure on Allen, did an excellent job against the rush of Alcorn. The Braves with only 33 yards on the ground in that first half.
Yeah, no question. And so now when you start looking at this second half, you look at all the things that they did in the first half. And Southern University, they got on the board early.
But they took advantage of the height of their receivers on the outside. They took advantage of those one-on-one matchups. You see the turnover here early when Allen was struggling. Harris with the INT. The Jaguar secondary outstanding so far.
And then, of course, the tip drill here and Alcorn's defense coming up with a turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. Coming back the other way. And that was also got a face mask on that penalty as well. 1 turnover for each team in that first half. And Aaron Allen getting sacked. Lane in the backfield luckily recovered the fumble there. Lane had an outstanding first half so far.
Offensive line just blew open Alcorn State here, and Lagone gets a touchdown. And then Allen comes back, throws a deep one here, and a big touchdown here late in the first half.
Yeah, Malik Rogers capping off a 10-play, 75-yard drive. You look at the numbers there in the first half, 13-12 in the first down. The big number, the rushing yards. The Jaguars with 103. Alcorn with only 33 yards on the ground. They picked it up through the air. Both teams having success through the air. Time of possession virtually even as well. So we're in store for one half of the second half.
Halftime stats presented by Cricket. Smile, you're on Cricket. Getting ready to start the third quarter here between Southern and Alcorn State University. And if you're looking at this third quarter, Alcorn, you get the ball back. You got the momentum because you were able to score late in the first half. You have to take advantage of your possessions.
Yeah, absolutely. You see Andy Jones back deep. We'll see how this kickoff comes down. The last one came down a little short and force Alcorn to start deep in their own end of the territory. So they'll be one for the second half. Of course, the game last year went right down to the wire with the Jaguars winning on a field goal at the buzzer. We'll see how this final 30 minutes plays out.
This one on the ground comes down, bouncing at about the 10-yard line out to the 20 to the 25-yard line.
This would be a flag.
First down and 10 for Alcorn State University to start things off here in the third quarter of play. I tell you what, this Alcorn State offense early on couldn't find the range. As a matter of fact, negative yards rushing early on because of that defense. And then they were able to pick things up. But this is a team that likes to rush the football and to only have 33 yards. The one thing Alcorn can do, they can adjust.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw they went to the short passing game at the end of the half, trying to take advantage of the cushion. You see the 7 to 8 yard cushion that the Jaguar defensive backs are giving them.
Here is the game, 25-30. Big run to start things off here in the second half of play. Howard on the carry, and it's the first down.
Yeah, good job. Running off tackle. They've been trying to get him off tackle on the left and right side of this offensive line. Good job sealing the edge that time. Able to pick up 15 yards on that first play from scrimmage.
From the 35-yard line, Allen looking to the sideline. Kind of a check with me system. Howard in the backfield. Allen will fake to him. Boy, he takes off and he trips and loses yardage here. Great play by Gibbons.
I don't know why he holding the ball.
Lineman down.
He had
for Alcorn State. And that's number 62, Michael Moment, the offensive lineman from Tampa, Florida.
Play right there.
The pocket just collapsing around Aaron Allen at
the tight end ran the wrong route.
Jaguars with another sack.
A 4-yard
goal. That Moment will come off of the field for the Braves.
14. Back at the 31.
Second down and 14.
Allen in that first half, 11 of 16, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. We ended the half on a 9 out of 10 run.
Griffin in motion, the tight end now going back to the other side.
5 yards on the pass, bro.
Across the 35, gets to about the 39.
Mo is biased, y'all. She going for Southern every time, or Grambling. You know, Southern or Grambling, because that's where she from.
First place in the West Division. This is a huge game. Alcorn comes in 2-0 in conference play. Southern comes in 2-1. Prairie View has a bye week. They're 3-1. So if the Jaguars pull off the victory here tonight, you have 3 teams with 1 loss at the top of the conference. But Southern's big win over Prairie View will give them the tiebreaker at the midway point during the season.
Allen back to pass. Pocket collapsing. He gets it off and nearly picked off. The intended receiver was Akeem McNair, the senior from Collins, Mississippi. And it's 4th down.
I think the quarterback should have pulled the ball down and ran it. Right here, look. Watch. Instead, he does that. The defense turned their back to him. They only rushing 4, and the linebackers turn their back to him. They're playing the basis of the base defense. They playing a cover 2 shell, cover 2 man. That's all they playing. And once they recognize that it's a pass play, the linebackers are getting depth, and then they just turning their backs. The quarterback got to be able to get them 4 yards.
Out of bounds at about the 21-22-yard line. And that will be first down and 10, and the line judge goes up to the 24-yard line. So first down and 10 at that point.
All right, we'll see what the Jaguars do here on their first possession. Deshaun McCray, 10 of 13 in that first half, 178 yards. Also 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Almost identical to the production of Aaron Allen. Both quarterbacks with 1 mistake, but both had a very solid first half of play.
Pete by far having his best offensive production of the day so far for the Southern Jacks. He's got 4 catches, 127 yards, and that big touchdown in the first half.
Yeah, he has had himself quite a night, and they've been able to take advantage of the cornerbacks on the outside. So you see the immediate adjustment by the Alcorn defense. They were playing press man-to-man for most of the first half. Defensive backs about 7 to 8 yards off of these receivers, at least on that first play from scrimmage to begin the third period.
They're going on the carry for Southern. Minimal gain on the play. Brings up second down and 9.
Leading rusher in the ball game, 7 carries, 74 yards, 1 touchdown. Rod Sims, the feature back, 6 carries for only 16 yards tonight. So the Gone has had the hot hand, and they go back to him to begin the second half.
McCray in the shotgun, and he'll hand the ball off to Sims across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. Great defensive play by the interior line. Check, that's going to be the goal of the carry. But one thing that Coach Eric Dooley spoke about is how strong the front 7 is for the Braves.
Yeah, absolutely. They do an excellent job up front. Again, they lead the conference coming into the ball game tonight with 20 sacks. They already have 1 on the evening, and this is a blitz situation here for Alcorn. 3rd and long for Southern. Jaguars 2 of 5 on 3rd down in the first half.
Here's McCray back to pass, complete across the 35 up to about the 36-yard line.
No pressure.
And on the catch for the Southern Jaguars, that's Chandler Whitfield. And that's a first down for Southern.
Nice little inside route by the freshman. Where he needs to get for the first down. And again, the Braves laying off, giving a little cushion to get it toasted in that first half.
Here's the give to Lagone. I should say the keeper by McCray. He gets across the 40-yard line. He faked the give to Lagone and kept it. And it'll be second down for Southern University, but they put themselves in great field position here on second down.
Good job by McCray on the keeper that time. Second down and short. His 8th carry of the night for 27 yards. So Braves have done a good job keeping him in control on the ground so far this evening. That was a nice first down run.
Second down and 3. And when you're at this point in the game, second down and 3, you can take a few chances. McCray back to pass, looking, trying to find a receiver. He'll keep it himself. Go across the 40 to about the 46, 47-yard line. Flag on the play.
Hold it.
That's exactly what it looks like it's going to be.
That'll be holding against Southern University. 10 yards and repeat second down. And those are the types of plays that you don't want when you're now moving backwards.
Hold here. Looks like it's on the right side. Looks like they're holding Smith, 58. Caught in the cookie jar and back him up to the 32. It's be second and about 13.
Here's McCray back to pass. This one hits the dirt.
Yeah, they tried to set up the screen that time, but a good job by the Alcorn defense sniffing it out. They tried to set up Cassius Allen. Great job.
And right, I should say Andrew Cole, the 6'4", 320-pound redshirt senior from Somerville, Tennessee, transferred from Southern Miss in there on the hurry. And it's third down and 13.
Already converted a 3rd and 8 on this possession. This one will be a little bit more difficult behind the chains.
McCray looking, gets out of some trouble across the 30, and he's going to be caught at about the 33-yard line. Great pursuit on the ball by Chris Ballard.
Gobbled up and swallowed up by Ballard. Big number 99, the big fella, 6'2", 270 pounds, tracking down the quarterback McCray. The Jaguars going to have to punt it away, still protecting that 7-point lead. And McCray coming to the sideline with his head down. He may have gotten shaken up a little bit, and he's going to go down to 1 knee. He's going to have to be looked at over down the sideline. So that could be a developing factor in this ball game.
Keep in his ass.
4th down and 13, punting situation now for the Jags. You can see Alcorn adjusting here on special teams. Here's the kick. And it's a fair catch at about the 26-yard line.
And McCray getting some help there on the sideline.
37-yard.
We'll take a look and see how that develops as this progresses.
21-14 back after this.
He hurt. He gotta go to the tent. Alcorn got a score right here. They score right here, they make it interesting. Igudele, incomplete pass. 14-14, Florida State and Clemson. That's the only really good game on right now besides Kentucky and what's his face? Mississippi State. Cause both of them teams ranked. Notre Dame and Stanford ain't the same because Stanford's not ranked. 3-0 Mississippi State, 26 seconds left in the first half. USC 21-7 over Utah. North Carolina 10-7. Stanford winning 10-0 over Notre Dame at the half. Purdue up 27-10 on Nebraska. Memphis is up 17-13 over East Carolina. Colorado State up 10-7 over Utah State. Louisiana Monroe is losing to what's that team called? Something. Hold up. Let me stop. I know what the team's called. South Alabama. Yeah, I was right. 24-20.
McCray came out of the ball game, and then he went down to one knee. He's now sitting on the bench, and we'll see what happens and make sure he's okay. It looks like he's going to be okay, but I know a lot of people are holding their breath momentarily.
And here's the play as he scrambles out to the right, and the big fella grabs him from behind. Could have been a horse collar there and kind of falls on him. So that's a lot of weight falling on your quarterback. So we'll see if he comes out when the Jaguars retain possession. But for right now, Alcorn operating, trying to see if they can go down and tie this football game up.
Director of Sports Medicine, Jessica Robinson, with him on the sideline. Here is the give to Howard. Decent gain on first down. Under 9 minutes left in this third quarter.
Howard before that carry got up to 50 yards on 12 carries. He set 3 on that game.
Second down and 7. The name that we have not called tonight, C.J. Bolon.
Yeah, Coach told us that he was questionable in our conversation with him on Wednesday, and CJ, one of the leading receivers, not in the ball game here tonight.
Juan Anthony Jr. on the catch for Alcorn State, now third down and 2. You know, Bolon really one of those types of players. He can hurt you from behind the line of scrimmage. He can hurt you deep downfield. Just really one of those great utility players.
Yeah, absolutely. 17 catches on the year for 162 yards that they're missing out of this offense for Alcorn tonight. Malik Rogers stepping up, as well as Juan Anthony in his place.
Howard on the carry here on third down and 2, and they get a first down and a little bit more, crossing the 40-yard line.
Again, that second effort, those big guys up front just getting in behind him. Steve Carter, 300-pound senior out of Cedar Hill. Helping push his tailback forward, picks up the first down. Big hit from Harris. Harris likes to lay the lumber. He loves contact, the safety.
Harris, to say, controlling the ball. Howard. A few yards there on first down.
So Derek Williams, 6 foot, 210-pound sophomore out of Miami, coming in to make the stop that time. Third quarter moving briskly, approaching 7 minutes. No scoring so far here in the third. Jaguars protecting a 7-point lead
From the 44-yard line. Nico Duffy now in the backfield. Part of that freshness that Coach McNair spoke about. Allen hands it off to Nico Duffy across the 45, gets to about the 50-yard line.
I think it's going to be about 1 yard shy. He had a hold, but it closed quickly on that right side.
And here's a give across the 50, and he has the first down. So Nico Duffy moving the sticks for the Alcorn State University Braves. And this is where Alcorn really excels when they can get the running game going.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get those guys up front. And what you want to try to do is wear down this defensive front of Southern. Pound them, pound them, pound them, and then try to hit them over the top like you did at the end of the half to Malik Rogers.
Here's a get once again to Duffy. Gets across the 40-yard line, down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Great job blocking downfield, and Duffy keeping his footing and a big run.
Yeah, I think that was the tight end, 85, Tavarius Griffin, the junior out of Tallahassee, and he's leading the way for Duffy. And he's able to get down in the plus territory across the 40, so it's going to be second down and short now for the Braves.
Somebody
they're
hurt?
meticulously moving down the field. We have a pause in the action. Looks like there's a Jaguar maybe shaking up on the play.
.5:28 left in this third quarter play. Second down and 1. You know, earlier in the game, Alcorn really couldn't do anything as far as on the rushing attack. Now 79 yards on the ground.
And they've done a good job since that first period when Southern really dominated. Braves starting to settle in now.
They've more than doubled what they got in the first half.
Absolutely.
Here's a give by to Duffy across the 40 to the 39. He may have gotten a line of scrimmage. He may have even lost a yard on the play. Under 5 minutes now.
Ain't bad, bro.
I wonder if they'll come back with Howard on this third and short. It's going to be third and about 2. He lost 1 yard on that play, and here comes number 0, the big fella, 5'10", 200 pounds. He's the short yardage guy. Now, you can also go play action here and try to take a shot up deep. You got one-on-one coverage on the outside. So let's see how Alcorn State plays it here. Offensive coordinator, Elliott Ratton.
And Howard trying to just escape pressure. He goes nowhere. As a matter of fact, he loses yardage.
Gotta go for it.
And that brings up fourth down for Alcorn.
You gotta go for
So
it.
you had a 2nd and 1 and back-to-back plays going reverse. Good job blowing up that play. Is that Lang again?
He's just all over the place.
My goodness.
Boomer shot the gap.
So now it's going to be 4th down and about 4.
Absolutely.
They need the 37
Absolutely.
to move the chains.
You go for it right
And
here.
they're going to go for it. Big play here on 4th down.
The Jaguar crowd getting revved up.
Make them jump. If they don't jump, yeah,
Allen,
there you go.
back to pass. 4th down.
Got him.
Caught.
Got him.
First down, Alcorn State. And on the catch, Akeem McNair.
That's easy
What
work, man.
a
They playing
clutch
8 yards off
catch
the
by
ball.
McNair. Looked like that ball was tipped, but it wasn't. Just got it over the arms of the defender. Great throw by Allen. drive continues.
And Howard picked up a huge block on that play to give Allen a little bit more time. Big block by Howard. Not only is he a good running back, but he's a good blocking back as well. First down and 10 now for Alcorn. Allen escapes pressure. He's at the 40. And he'll dive for it at about the 35-yard line.
That was lazy. You should have just threw that.
Another good job in the secondary. Another great job by that front four collapsing.
Which school quarterback? Alcorn.
Going to go down as another sack for the Jaguars.
Cornelius Mann Jr., one of those guys in the backfield. Second down and 12. One of those sustaining drives that we talked about, and this is what Alcorn needed, but they've got to get something here on 2nd and 12. Howard across the 30.
Ooh, the big fella putting a shoulder pass down.
Third down and much shorter after Howard just.
That's what I'm talking about. You want to get some of this, Mr. Harris? You come get some. I'm going to give you some.
And a quick play here. There's a quick play here on 3rd down and 2. Howard not able to pick up the first down.
4th and 1 once again. They just converted a 4th and 4. Another big 4th down as we approach a minute and a half. Still 21-14. Southern on top.
Coming into the game, Alcorn was 3 of 5 on 4th down conversions. They've already converted 1 today. Here's Howard. A flag on the play. And it's going to stop before it even started.
Well, that's going to be good news for Alcorn because they went to the Wildcat and the Jaguars knew what was coming.
Jumped off sides. Outsides on the defense.
That's a pre-snap. It's going to make it 4th and 6.
What?
False start.
Oh, man.
Offense.
It is a false start. So now 4th and 6 changes things a little bit here.
It may. Decision time now. If you think your kicker has enough distance, you may want to take the 3 here. It's going to be decision time for Coach Fred McNair.
This is a big one.
It looks like he does have the special teams unit on the field.
Kiani on for the extra point. He missed a 49-yard field goal last week. He was 1 of 2 last week. Here is the kick. It is up, and it is
no good.
No good. Wide right.
Should have went for it, player.
46-yard attempt.
21-14.
I think that's the dumbest thing. I just think that he just should have went for it. I mean, you're on the road, bro. First of all, you shouldn't have went the Wildcat. You should have kept your quarterback where you needed him so you could settle your team down. And you went too fast on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, slow down, calm everybody down, give yourself a run-pass option. Draw the linebackers up, hit the slant, hit the little short little stop. They playing too loose on the coverage. There's so many hard. That's why this game is close right now because Southern have no defense really. They're just waiting on you to make a mistake. They playing bend but don't break. And that's exactly how they're playing. That's why this game looked the way it looked, and it's playing out the way it's playing out. My brother hype about UT beating Bama because that don't happen a lot. That's a good one. But yeah, it's a lot going on right now. And if all right, so I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen. If this game turns the corner a little bit, it's going to be because of Alcorn's defense. So if Alcorn defense can make a play, that's the only way they're going to do it. The only way. Alcorn defense going to have to step up. Just that simple.
Into the third quarter play. See some fans enjoying themselves. Do a little two-step down on the track. That's more my speed.
There you go.
That's more my speed right there.
But for Alcorn, they just had a 14-play, 7-minute and 46 seconds off the clock, and they come up with 0 points. That's when you have a bad dessert. They call that wasted calories.
Oh, yeah.
That was a wasted possession right there for the Alcorn State Braves.
Well, the defense doing something there as Lagone goes nowhere on first down. He loses 2 yards, and it's second down and 12. That defense, especially that interior line, just wreaking havoc here in the second half. And so now McCray will be alone in the backfield in the shotgun formation. Now man in motion. McCray, great pass, tipped, and it goes incomplete. Great defensive play, getting his hands up, tipping the ball.
Great job by Malcolm McGee, because that looked like it was going to be a big pass play, deep slant across the middle. Pete was open, but an excellent job by McGee going up to deflect that one at the last moment. 6 foot, 190-pound senior out of Collins, Mississippi. And now it's going to be third down and long for the Jaguars. This is only their second possession of the quarter, with Alcorn eating up nearly 8 minutes on the last drive.
McCray, 16 to 22, 275, and 2 touchdowns in that game against Prairie View. Today he's already got 187 yards and 2 touchdowns, and it looks like a timeout.
Of course, McCray was shaken up on that previous possession, but that long drive allowed him to get some rest.
Third down and 12 when we come back. 21-14 our score. Southern on top.
All right, so this is really the game for Alcorn right here. If their defense can get a stop right here, they will they'll be able to control this thing, but they got to score a touchdown. You got to put pressure on Southern. You got to go into the fourth quarter. You know, you gotta win out right now. You want to go to the SWAC championship? If you want to play for the SWAC championship, this is when you handle your business. You got to make a play. I'm telling you right now, you got to make a play. After JSU homecoming, outside of Alabama A&M, all they play is SWAC West opponents. The last 4 SWAC games they play. Yeah. And then they got Campbell. Then you know what I'm saying, they probably walk in. Alabama A&M got to beat UAPB because that game count against them. I think that game count. Correct me if I'm wrong. SWAC fans. That's what I want. I want a vegan milkshake. Y'all don't hear my dog in the background? Now he woke up. Yep. He was snoring. But hit the like button. It ain't that many people in here, man. People don't want to watch nobody else. This is Jackson State or die.
The just 26 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Offense will come back onto the field for Southern University. And for the Jags, as you said, a long rest while the defense was out there for almost 8 minutes. This is 3rd down and 12, a huge possession here for the Jags.
Yeah, Braves need to get a stop, get the football back in good field position.
McCray looking. He'll take off with the football, throws it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was he got drilled on the sideline just as he released the football. No, there is a penalty marker down. That may be. Let's just see what it is.
Man, I know they didn't bail them out.
Holding against Southern.
I was about to say.
They're going to decline that because it'll be 4th down.
So the Braves, they had a spy on McCray that time. They didn't want him to get outside the pocket. Watch 32. He's the spy coming up, and he's going to lay a lick right there at the boundary. And a lot of times you'll see that call for a personal foul with the quarterback going out of bounds to protect the quarterback. The officials let it go. So that's a break for the Braves.
Manny Jones now on to return for the Alcorn State University Braves. Here is the kick by Beauplan. It will take a bounce and roll out of bounds at about the 25, maybe the 26-yard line with 5 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of play. So now you're Alcorn, you get the ball back. You run one play effectively maybe, and then, of course, you'll go into the fourth quarter.
Got to give a lot of shout-out to the Braves defense. They've done a great job here in this second half. Southern did an excellent job in the first half, moving up and down the field, picking up 21 points, but only a pair of punts here in the third quarter for the Jaguars. So their offense has slowed down tremendously. And we'll see what the Braves do here on the last play of the third quarter.
From the 26-yard line to start the drive, here is the give to Nico Duffy. Gets maybe a couple of yards, and that will do it for the third quarter here in Baton Rouge. 21-14, you see the players holding up the 4. That means the final quarter is on the way between the Braves and the Jags. There's a run by Howard. It's muscling in, getting a big first down.
That quarter went by quick, fast, and in a hurry. That's what happened when you run the ball. You ain't throwing it 80 times on both sides of the ball. Smash and crab. She said that was, see, look at that bias. That was a personal foul. Did you see those soldiers in the background? Yep. I always seeing them. It's what's in a vegan milkshake is non-dairy. It's non-dairy, and then all the other stuff is organic. And yeah, it has its own unique taste. It don't taste like a fatty milkshake. I want one. They drizzle it, strawberry drizzle. It ain't the sweet drizzle like, with all the preservatives and stuff. Nah, it's a different type of drizzle. It look good too. Yeah, as soon as you say something about him, TCU upsets Oregon State. So a couple top 10 teams went down today. You can expect more this year. And it looked like Michigan ran all over Penn State. 41-17. Penn State already got one loss, so that's going to kick them up out of the playoff picture. Man, Syracuse ranked. That's how you know football crazy. Syracuse ain't been ranked in football in 40 years. I'm exaggerating, you know. They was ranked when Donovan McNabb was quarterback. But beyond that point, I don't remember them being ranked. Yeah, it look good. Sure. Vegan, them things, no joke. They drizzle it up real nice, the strawberry milkshake. And then, you know, they decorate it with the strawberries. Then they drizzle it. Non-dairy whipped cream. It tastes a little funny.
ESPN is presented by Rocket Mortgage. For an expert partner to help buy your new home, Rocket King. A.W. Mumford Stadium on the campus of Southern University. Built in 1938, they built a grandstand on the west side that included dormitories. In the 60s, the dormitories were converted into team meeting spaces and locker rooms. And they've expanded it several times, including in 2016, installing the new field turf. So really a lot of construction going on still here at A.W. Mumford Stadium, trying to improve it. 21-14 our score. Nico Duffy taking the first run in the fourth quarter.
It was a pretty quiet third quarter for both offenses. Southern with only one first down in the third period. They had 17 total yards. Alcorn had 4 first downs, but only 66 yards. No scores in the third quarter. Still at 21-14. See if the Braves can convert here on 3rd and 6.
Big third down if you're Alcorn. You want to try and get a score here if you can. Allen looking, passing, complete. And that pass complete to Rogers. And that's a first down.
Great job by Rogers. The throw by Allen slightly behind him. Good job going to the ground, bringing it in. That'll move the chains.
Allen calling for the ball, gives to Nico Duffy, and he runs into a sea of blue shirts, including number 1 for Southern University, and this Jason Dumas. I've never seen a defensive lineman wear number 1, and it stretches out like a Jim Burton jersey.
He definitely stands out with that number 1 for sure, and that big frame.
5'10", 280 senior. Transfer from Prairie View.
One of the boys that Coach Dooley brought down from PV, and he made the move to Southern.
Here's Allen back to pass. Throw down the sideline, incomplete.
Flag, yep.
And there come the flags.
Yeah, the fake man.
Much to the dismay of the Southern University fan base.
Against Kristen Davis.
Number 17.
Maybe his second pass interference tonight. One-on-one coverage over here on the far sideline. And again, he just getting handsy. He has good position. You just want to turn around. Once you see that receiver look back, he does a good job looking back, but he still has his hands on the receiver, and that causes the PI.
It's a good vocabulary term, getting handsy.
Handsy.
Will be first down and 10. Now on the southern side of the field at the 42-yard line. Fourth quarter. Allen was taking a little bit of a stroll to the sideline.
The officials voluntarily stopped play. Maybe an issue with the clock. Now they'll restart the clock at 13:17 to go here in the fourth.
Allen back to pass, looking to the sideline once again. And a
Killing
big
that
catch
man.
by the wide receiver. And that's going to be Juan Anthony Jr.
So again, no CJ Bowler tonight. So
It's all right.
Anthony Jr. getting some targets here. Came into the ball game, third leading receiver, 12 receptions, 118 yards, one touchdown on the season coming
down
into
at the bottom
tonight.
of the screen, 22 Gardner.
Little movement on the other side there.
This guy right here is
That's his
open.
fourth catch
I don't care where he
for
is.
Anthony.
He's open for at least 5 yards. Look, he
Here's
wasn't
the give
even
to
watching.
Leatherwood to about the
His
30.
head was in the backfield. If he dived like that again, he could throw
Just
that ball right
before that
behind
play
22 head.
Took place. Looked like Dumas had jumped, but he got back in time. Well, you get for 280.
You got all this right here. You
Throw
can't hit
over
that.
the head
It's
of the
there, but
receiver.
you can't hit it.
Too much on it for Allen. Just a seam route right up the hash. Tavarius Griffin had
Bro, your play was right here.
And Allen just put too much on it. He puts that on the 8 to 5. That's a walk-in school. Allen would love to have that one back.
Now 3rd down and 8.
Allen on the night, 15 of 22.
They need a touchdown so bad.
174 yards.
Stadium will go quiet as hell.
Huge 3rd down here for the Braves. 6 of 13 tonight on 3rd down.
You can hear the fans getting into it. Here's the
That
throw.
is-
Complete.
They
Inside
cannot
the
cover.
15. Pass completed to Malik Rogers. 1st down, Braves.
Go fast,
That
bro.
one by Allen was on the money.
Where them big D
Good
linemen
protection
out?
up front. Got his body square. Put that one right on the 2 for Rogers.
Here's the give. This is to Nico Duffy. And he's out of bounds.
Praise man.
Duffy, you want to switch hands because he had that ball in the right hand and the Jaguars were trying to dislodge it as a tailback. You want to switch it to your outside hand, and there's going to be a penalty
Oh, he caught him.
against Southern.
Caught him with the
It's going to
substitute.
be a 1st down.
They may have gotten a little of the face mask of Duffy.
They ain't call it though, sir.
They actually had 12 men in the huddle. So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
And you see
Yep. See one guy about to try to race off the field, and quick snap by Allen got it.
he can only play with 11. Inside the 10-yard line to the 8. Allen back to throw. Looking incomplete. Looking for Juan Anthony Jr.
Yep. And they're trying to attack Christian Davis again. These cornerbacks getting picked on tonight by these quarterbacks. They see a weakness and they go at it.
2nd down and goal now from the 8-yard line for the Braves.
And this has been an area of concern for Coach Fred McNair and his staff so far this season. Coming into the night in the red zone,
These dudes
only
got to
8
show.
of 15 conversion rate, touchdowns to scores.
Here's a give to Duffy. Maybe a yard.
No damn 1st down, bro. 2nd and goal,
Of
3rd
course,
and goal.
Alcorn missed a 46-yard field goal on the previous possession. They had that 14-play drive that took up nearly 8 minutes of the 3rd quarter clock. So now they definitely want to punch this one into the end zone. 3rd and goal. You have to dial up your best play here. See if they go to Malik Rogers. He's been the go-to guy tonight.
3rd down and goal for the Braves. Trips to the top of your screen.
Blitz.
Allen back to
There you
pass.
go.
Looking incomplete.
Oh, you had it.
Little bit too high for Hunt.
Get off the field,
And it's
bro.
4th
Kick the
down. They
field
put the
goal.
bunch formation to the top of the formation. They had one-on-one here at the
You should have
bottom.
ran an inside route against him. He can't even
Material
cover
Hunt had
him.
separation. Just another off-target throw.
Bro,
by
why you
Aaron
didn't
Allen.
go? Listen to me, y'all. This dude was beat outside and inside. Had he made a play to go outside and came back inside, like a quick slant out and back in, he catches it and walks into the end zone because there was no safety or linebacker help. The problem is they went to an outside route, and it shouldn't have went to an outside route on that play. Now you wish you would have made that other field goal because now Southern would just be you'll be down 1-7, but instead you down 4-7, and you gotta score a touchdown because it's gonna get in your way, bro, all the way.
The swag.
Beyond is swag. This quarter gonna be a long quarter because it's gonna be a lot of pass attempts. If I'm Southern, if I'm Alcorn, I'll do an onside kick if I got a hell of a kicker that can kick it onside. I go onside right here. They ain't expecting it. They ain't expecting it at all. They're expecting you to drive it deep and play defense. You kick it onside right here, you in there. You all the way in there. Uh-oh. Let's see what's going on out here. Let me see if I can get y'all some inside information real quick. Hold on, let me look for it. Nope. All right, okay, it ain't nothing. Cool. Oh yeah, this ain't nothing. I ain't gonna share that with y'all.
Here's the head coach, Fred McNair, looking on 21-17 to score another big drive for Alcorn. At least this time they get 3 on the board.
Yeah, another 14-play drive, but you see the frustration from Coach McNair as they're unable to punch it into the end zone. Back-to-back 14-play drives, have to settle for field goal attempts. On the previous possession, they missed from 46 yards out. Kiani makes this one from 24, but the Braves still trail it 21-17, 10:25 to go here in the fourth.
If you are the Southern University Jaguars, though, you got to talk to your defense because those drives kept getting extended.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you need some help from your offense as well because your offense needs to pick up some first downs, allow that defense to get some rest over here on the sideline. So it's imperative that the Jaguars at least pick up a couple of first downs on this possession.
Fake the reverse here on the return for Southern. Out to about the 20, maybe the 21-yard line. On the return for Southern University, Morgan. That'll be first down and 10. Pete Richardson Field here at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Of course, Pete Richardson, longtime coach at Southern University. We talked to Coach Dooley. Coach Richardson definitely meant a lot to him. Coach Graves, of course, knew him when he was at Winston-Salem State.
First player run.
So Coach Richardson, a part of the fabric of HBCU football and part of the tradition at Southern.
Yeah, Coach Dooley spent a long time as an assistant under Coach Richardson.
Here is the give. A little bit of a gain here on first down, especially after the push by the blue wall.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Dooley plays this possession. He's really slowed down from the up-tempo that they had in the first period, and this offense has not been able to get into a rhythm. You get a nice gain there on first down, and now we have a Brave shaking up.
Okay, and that's going to be Trevor James, the linebacker, shaking up a little bit from Jacksonville, Florida.
So McCray now 11 of 17, 187 yards. And a lot of that in the first half.
And there you see Coach McNair going out to help his student athlete come off the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 46, Trevor James, is doing feet and being assisted to the sideline, showing the love that he would be so kind.
Here comes one of the big linemen to help out. Well, you hate to see those types of injuries. Hopefully that young man will be okay.
Yeah, Trevor James, big part, middle linebacker, 6 foot, 205-pound senior. He's a big part of the interior of that Alcorn State defense.
Yeah, he had 4 tackles in the last game they had against Mississippi Valley.
Now, Sean McCray working on a 2nd and 4 at the 26.
James actually second on the team in tackles. He had 29 coming into the game, including 5 for loss and a sack. Second down and 4. Lagone with the carry. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
And Lagone, he's been the bell cow here for the most part tonight. That's his 12th carry of the evening, averaging nearly 7 yards a pop. But this is going to be a big 3rd and 3 now for the Jaguars. They do not want to put their defense right back on the field after back-to-back 14-play drives.
From the 29-yard line, here's the give to Lagone. Comes across the 30, 35, 40. First down and a lot more for Lagone. And that continues to drive for Southern.
Nice defense. No
Huge
pressure.
block.
No line penetration.
By 6'3", 325-pound senior Bernard Childs, number 60 on the outside, on the inside, excuse me, and then 78 on the outside, Eli Fields. Both of those guys open up that huge running lane for Lagone, and a big first down for the Jags.
As soon as they get that first down play, it looks like it may be off, or I should say a false start against Southern. So you get a big play and then a penalty.
Man. And the bad thing about that for Southern, not only do you lose the 5 yards, but it also stops the clock. They'll start it back up now after the temporary pause to move the football back inside the 40 to the 37.
9 penalties for 90 yards tonight against the Jaguars. 3 penalties for 35 yards against Alcorn. Here's a give to Sims. Gets across the 35 and then tackled at about the 37.
It's been a while since Sims has been in the ball game. Comes in to give Lagone a little breather. See if he can be the 4th quarter guy. Trying to get these tough yards inside, but it's going to be 2nd down and long. They may have to go to the air now. Sean McCray.
Ball resting at the 38-yard line, 21-17 our score. 2nd down and 14. Here is to give Sims across the 40, gets up to about the 44-yard line. Still going to be well short of a first down.
And again, another nice job by Eli Fields on the outside. 78, big left tackle, creating a running lane for Sims. Got about half of it back, which makes this 3rd down more manageable now. And see if McCray goes outside to try to take advantage of one of these smaller defensive backs. They had great success with that in the first half. Haven't really tried it here in the second half.
3rd down and 7. McCray back to pass, looking over the middle, complete across the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. That's a first down to Allen.
There you go. You go to the big 6'4" kid. Had a couple of nice catches in that first half. Good job by McCray sliding in the pocket to create that throwing lane. Had excellent vision as Allen broke inside. Nice pitch and catch for the first down. Clock continues to move inside of 6.5 minutes.
Turn the ball over.
Oh,
I'm about to say that's got to be holding.
Down at about the 35-yard line.
That's holding on the
flag on the play.
He reached out. He held.
It was a nice gain by Lagon. Let's see if it stands. Looks like the Jaguars are walking backwards.
Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty.
Man, the penalties tonight really slowing down the Jaguars, particularly in this second half.
Jeremiah Stafford, the offensive lineman from Ocala, Florida, gets the penalty.
10 penalties for 100 yards on the dot.
And that negates a good run by Lagon. Backs up the Southern Jaguars.
Again, protecting a 4-point lead, trying to keep the football away from Alcorn.
Lagon, he is tripped up in the backfield on 1st and 20.
I think that was Keyron Kinsler Jr. coming through to make the stop. Watch him just kind of shed the block and upend him. Just kind of a collision there between the defender and the blocker and the running back all in the same area. So great job by Kinsley Jr. to blow up that play.
2nd down and 18 now for Southern. 5:44 remaining in the game. Here's Lagon. He gets the ball. It gets to about the 49-yard line.
And again, they keep continuing to run over that left side, but Alcorn with a couple of nice defensive plays. Now you force Southern into a 3rd and long situation, and this is where your secondary has to come up with a big stop. Also, Alcorn, again, came into the ball game tonight leading the SWAC with 20 sacks on the season. They've only been able to get to McCray once tonight.
And a lot of that is because of the big buffet busters up front, doing a great job in trying to protect. Here is McCray on 3rd and 16. Ball tipped. Nearly picked off.
Pick the ball, bro. He tipped the ball right to you. You gotta be
Tell you what, you replay that again.
You gotta snatch that.
And Napoleon Collier, he wants that one back.
You gotta snatch that and go.
He had his hands all over that one.
Changed
Couple
the
of
whole
5-man
game.
rush. 6 in the secondary. Got deflected at the line of scrimmage and right into the hands of Collier, but he could not bring it in. That would have been a huge turn of events.
Now y'all gonna have to drive all the way downfield, and you can't drive all the way down.
Jones now back to receive the punt for Alcorn. They get the ball back with 4:51 left in the game, 21-17. Low snap, kick is away. Jones the ball at the 16, and he is tackled right away. Great special teams play by Southern University. And coming up with the big tackle is going to be Robert Grimm, the 5'11 junior. Timeout on the field, 21-17.
This was just the difference between great teams and okay teams. Is great teams, when you need a play made, you got to go make those plays, period. You hear this all the time. You got to go make the plays. The plays are there to be made. You got to make that play. That play got to be made. It's got to be made. And you got to get upfield, and you got to get going. You got to make that play, get upfield, and get going, because it's a wrap at that point. You put all the pressure on Southern, and now you make Southern have to call timeouts because they want to get the ball back and the whole 9 yards. Southern has been playing with the lead. They didn't had 21 points since the second quarter. They ain't scored since. So you got to make plays. You got to make those plays. You got to put pressure on teams. But this is good film, and this is what everybody anticipated and expected, that it'll be a close game, and both teams have had a shot. And now we got to see what Southern will do defensively to try to prevent Alcorn from scoring. Because if Alcorn scores a touchdown, Southern will have a chance to tie it with a field goal. And I don't know if that's going to happen. Because they haven't done crap this second half, because they really ain't had the ball. Alcorn has dominated the second half. Come on, commercial, man. Shoot. It's 5 minutes left in this game. Y'all gonna take 30 minutes with these 5 minutes. Clemson is handing one to Florida State. These long ass commercial breaks, man.
Swag Football on ESPN is presented by Home Depot, proud sponsor of the Swag. Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the Swag. And by Nike, proud sponsor of the Southwestern Athletic Conference. Fans enjoying themselves here, 21-17 in what has turned into be a great game. Now Alcorn has the ball, and I tell you what, if you're Southern, you're kind of sitting on the edge of your seat hoping that the defense can come up with something big.
Well, we saw Alcorn do this last year, go down at the end of the game and tie the contest up. Then the Jaguars came back with a field goal to win it, 21-17. Alcorn State looking to go down and win this one, but they got a long way to go.
Nico Duffy went in motion. Here's the catch, and that's by Juan Anthony Jr. Gets out to about the 35-yard line.
Braves on their last two possessions. Both drives started at their own 26. They had long 14-play drives that ended in field goal attempts. One was good, one was not. This drive began at their own 14. They're already across the 30.
Nico Duffy gets across the 40-yard line to about the 41-yard line, and that's close to another first down.
I wonder how much energy is in the tank for this Southern Jaguar defense. They have been on the field a lot here in the second half.
The give to Duffy across the 40-yard line to the 45-yard line, and that's enough for an Alcorn first down. Alcorn keeps running the football. That defense of Southern, and even though Alcorn only came up with 3 points in those two possessions, 28 plays, the defense was on the field.
Absolutely, and now they bring the big fella back, Jarvion Howard.
Go a tight end screen.
Howard so far
Damn, you
tonight,
brought the tight
18
end back
carries
in,
for
bro.
70 yards.
Once again,
First
you pick
down
on
and
22.
10.
You pick on 22.
Here's the give across the 45. Howard keeps the legs going and gets to about the midfield stripe.
On the ball, get up. Oh,
The
man.
helmet comes off of one of the players. He has to come out. That's for Southern.
That will stop the clock for Alcorn.
Mo, I don't know what Southern think. All I know is Alcorn got all the momentum right now.
Inside running.
Ball resting at the 50. Here's the give once again. Howard across the 50 to the 48-yard line.
Again, trying to wear down this front seven of the Southern Jaguars.
Third down, 2:38 remaining.
The quarterback is going to have to pull it and run one of these times.
Elliott Ratton content to keep it on the ground. 3rd and 2. You want to move the chains here, so I would expect another carry for Howard.
Give to Howard. Bounces back to the outside. He's got his legs trapped under him by great defensive play. On the play, that's going to be Jordan Carter, the defensive back.
But did the second effort let him get there?
Yeah, he had second effort.
Down in about 2.
It ain't 4th down and 2, bro. He just dove like 2 yards. They don't know how to spot the ball.
Everyone on their feet here at the Bluff.
4th down and 2. Under 2 minutes remaining.
And they got 3 timeouts.
Fans on their feet on both sides. Alcorn has to get this one in order to keep this game alive. Allen gets it out. Here's the run. Is it short?
He's close. He needed the 45.
This dude.
The line off the measure.
The line judge
is
depending
wrong.
on this spot, this could be a little bit short.
They're going to bring in the chain, Santoria. Wow.
It's Southern ball. It's Southern ball.
They're telling all the players to get back while they come out and measure.
It's Southern ball.
This looks like
the only thing it might be barely a first down, but I think it's Southern ball. I think that but Alcorn has 3 timeouts, so Southern has to still try to get a first down. And if they can't get a first down, then Alcorn gets the ball back with time. But I just think that Southern, they're gonna get the home cooking. They're trying to look at it. Look, now you got to go review it. Now you got to go review it. And I knew they was going to do that because he leaned forward.
Southern just moments away from winning this big game. Paul, if you're on both sides, you got to take medicine to watch this because it's just so heart-stopping.
Now, to be honest, they're supposed to review this. It's under 2 minutes. It's under 2 minutes. And the booth has to review the spot.
Has all 3 timeouts remaining. Coach Fred McNair saved those timeouts. So the Jaguars will need to pick up.
Now, this is why I said what I said, because the back judge comes up and spots the ball. Look where he's hit. Look where he's hit. It is extremely close because the dude tried to pull the ball out. Now, me personally, I run that dive, but if I'm the quarterback, I'm keeping the ball. The reason that they didn't even review the play.
Now the big kids film.
The reason that I'm keeping the ball is because timeout. I'm keeping the ball because why is the clock running?
1:19 remaining in the game.
2 years in a row.
I'm keeping the ball because I've been handing the ball off and the defense is waiting on that. You ride that running back all the way into the hole and then you either follow if it's there or you stay outside. It's 2 yards. Or you pull the ball and just throw a dump pass. You got to give them the run pass option, man.
An opportunity for you to get some pressure medicine if you need it because there's still 1:19 remaining.
It's where the ball is spotted. But the problem with that is that when the back judge comes in and spots the ball, the other judge on the other side of the field, he has a different spot than the line judge that's behind the play. That's supposed to be in front of the play, but he's behind the play. And that just to me is an issue where they got to spot the ball. If they don't spot the ball correctly, you will have stuff like that. But if they spot the ball correctly, you don't have that. You saying dude was a whole yard short of the first down, but when you watch the replay, he is very close to the first down. So they didn't give him no forward progress. They just literally stopped it where he assumed the second piece of contact. And that's the problem that I have with SWAC refs. But I think the quarterback should have pulled the ball right there and threw it. It's just my opinion. You don't get cute. You don't do anything like that. You really should have threw the ball on third down. When it's short like that, so if it's second is short, you should have came back third down instead of hand the ball off right there. You know what I'm saying? Ride it in there, dump it to the tight end, get some momentum, keep going forward because you got to score touchdowns. You just ain't finna just run the ball down Southern throat. They ain't got to do nothing but stop the run. And you committed to running the ball, and they committed to stopping the run. When you should have been committed to keeping them off guard, off balance. You just ran the ball 4 times in a row. If you'd have ran the ball, threw the ball, play action, or whatever the case, you mix it up, they can't guess. That coordinator can't guess. So they're stuck in base defense trying to figure it out. Now you just gave up a win and a conference. And Southern now will be number 1 because they beat PV. And now somebody else has to beat Southern in order for Alcorn or somebody else to win to get into the SWAC championship.
Their full complement of timeouts.
They still have 2 timeouts remaining, 2nd down and 7, but a first down will end it.
1:24 left in this game. Alcorn trying to hang on to hope. Here's the give to Sims. Sims gets a big run to the 45-yard line. That's a first down, and that will just about do it.
Game time. Don't even call no more timeouts, bro. It's over. All you can do is stop the ball twice.
Just a run over the right side. They've been going to the left side for the majority of this second half. This time they switch it up. They go to the right. Picks up the first down.
21-17.
Alcorn will use their second timeout, but they will not have enough as Southern can now go into victory formation and just run this one out.
Timeout on the field, 21-17. We'll be right back.
A Bojangles family meal has...
Don't play calling. Let me see. So, man, it's pathetic. It's bad play calling. It's pathetic. Run the ball 4 straight times, bro. Like, you got to have some urgency. You controlling the clock. You can't get into 3rd downs unless it's 3rd and shorts. And even with your quarterback, they know you're going to hand the ball off, bro. You just keep pounding it. There's no way that you keep doing that. You should, if anything, you should have ran right at Duma's side. He the one getting penetration. If you catch him guessing the wrong hole and he come inside and you run right off the tackle where he left, you get the first. It's just like that. What people thinking, man? Anyway, Southern won as expected. They was at home. They got a little cooking on that spot. They made it. That's too much. Mo said she would have. Right, Mo. I would have thrown too. Shit, what we doing? You gotta throw the ball.
On Pepsi Zero Sugar, the official partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
Yeah, next weekend we'll have Texas Southern at Alcorn, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN+. Also, Campbell will be at Jackson State. Bethune-Cookman and Mississippi Valley will have a showdown in Itta Bena. Prairie View will travel to Beaumont to take on Lamar.
And Jackson, I should say, Southern will have homecoming here in Baton Rouge to take on Virginia University Lynchburg. Here is the run. Open field, 40, 30. Down inside the 25-yard line with Sims and another first down. Alcorn will take their final timeout.
Well, they originally had went into victory formation, but then they go back into regular lineup, and Sims burst through the hole deep inside Alcorn territory, and that will put the final candle on the cake, and it doesn't look like Fred McNair will take that final timeout as the clock continues to run, and the Jaguars will just have to stamp it one more time. And with the victory tonight, Southern will have beaten in back-to-back weeks Prairie View and Alcorn State. Here in the West Division of the Southwestern Athletic Conference, they will go to 3-1 and atop the division, and they will have both tiebreakers over Prairie View and Alcorn State.
Sets up for a huge showdown October the 29th in Jackson when they take on Jackson State, and then November the 5th on the road at Florida A&M. McCray shaking the hands of one of the defenders, and that's it. The final score. Alcorn State University losing a tough one. Southern winning 21-17 in what was a nail-biter all the way down to the end.
And it was a tremendous ball game. Alcorn fought valiantly, down 21-14 at the break, and shut out Southern in the second half, but they could just not get enough offense once they got down deep into Southern territory. They had back-to-back 14-play drives, but the Jaguar defense kept them out of the end zone, forced field goal attempts, and then the Jaguars able to run out the final minute 28 to end this contest.
And of course, big players, and you see Coach Dooley pumped after winning that game against Alcorn State, a huge game. And let's take a look at tonight's player of the game, presented by Pepsi Zero Sugar, official partner of the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
And it's going to be our quarterback, Bashawn McCray, 12 of 19 on the night, 199 yards, completing 63% of his passes, 2 touchdowns, only 1 interception tonight. And he came up big when it mattered most as he took advantage of the one-on-one coverages on the outside, did a lot of damage in the first half, and did just enough in the second half.
QBR of 175. He had a 162 coming into today's game. Of the last 2 games, top in the top 5 in the FCS. And AC Coach Dooley celebrating with his players.
Yeah, it's going to be a party on the bluff tonight.
As you can see, all the celebration going on. So for Kenmore, I'm Santoria Black, saying so long from Baton Rouge, where the final score, Southern University 21, Alcorn State 17. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
A Bojangles.
I can't wait, man. I be wanting to skip ahead so bad, man. I can't wait to the 29th. I want to get to the 29th. So y'all just don't know how bad I want to get to the 29th. Because I'm ready for all that smoke that them boys had. But, you know, hey, next week we'll be here. I'm gonna have the homecoming. And I work. I gotta see what time the game. I think the game at 1. So if the game at 1, I should be available. Yeah. I work unless I take off, but it's my birthday Thursday. So yeah, my birthday on Thursday. So on the 29th they play Southern. I'm gonna be on that. I was trying to arrange myself. Well, I was trying to make it where I could be in Mississippi to see that game, but I'm not, because I'm gonna see them Texas Southern game. When they play Texas Southern, I'll be at that game for sure. Yep. I'm gonna be at that game for sure. For shiggity sure. But the Campbell game is a big game because it's a measuring stick for Jackson State, especially being that North Carolina Central played Campbell and got waxed. So people are anticipating that JSU will meet its match. And that's a thing. Yep. And then that'll happen. But I'm trying to see what this TSU game is all about, man. But they in this long ass commercial break too. Yeah, the Human Jukebox versus Sonic Boom. It's a classic game, so JSU is going to be packed, and the opponent is Southern, so it's going to be even more packed. It's probably going to look like it's going to be a lot of people out there for that event. Yep. And depending on, I think they playing that during the day though, and people want that game at night. I think that game is during the day. Let me see. I'm checking. I'll tell you what time this game is. They play Campbell next week at 2. They play Southern at 1. And people want that game at night so bad, but it ain't gonna be at night. They play Southern. Sure. Okay, 1. Yeah, I should be able to. We should be good on all of them next couple of weeks. Yep. I ain't got nothing going on. Look how long this commercial is, y'all. It's commercial long. It's too long. But I'm reading it now. So it looks like TSU game is over. That's why the commercial long. I wasn't even looking at the bottom of the screen. It looks like that's it for HBCUs. Ain't nothing but other FCS programs playing right now. And nobody we want to see. McNeese and Texas A&M. Commerce. We don't want to see that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and shut this thing on down, man. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you like the stream. Don't forget to bless the Cash App, $ KSLP 1020. We'll see you next week for homecoming, which will also be celebrating my birthday. Let me see what else is going on in these YouTube streets. How are you getting away with these streams? Oh, Mo, how am I getting away with it? Read the description of my video, because what I do is I got the copyright stuff on there, right? I play the copyright at the beginning. I got the copyright in my I got copyright everywhere else in the description. So I play it 2 places. I also mute out the commercials so that they don't hit the channel. And plus, my channel ain't big like everybody else's channel. My channel is under the radar small. And as long as I'm under the radar small, you know what I'm saying, I could get away with it. I don't have a lot of subscribers. Now, if I had over 1,000 subscribers with the views that I got off of last year's homecoming, I would have been able to monetize the channel. But I'm not looking to monetize monetize the channel, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Nah, Mo ain't the cops. Mo Trick. Nah, she damn sure ain't the police. That's my girl, Mo. But nah, but that's how you get away with it. Well, I could say that's how you kind of get away with it, but other people, they play the commercials and everything. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of different. I guess it's because it's a smaller channel. There's not a lot of content on the channel, and you know what I'm saying. It's under the radar. So, but I put the copyright rules up for myself, so it ain't ding ding ding. You know what I'm talking about? But let me see what else, because I know for sure that now that this game is over, people gotta be wanting to go live. They want to go live. They got a lot to talk about, especially after this game. So they already had the Bethune-Cookman post-game show. Jez, you've been a little quiet. I guess they trying to get back home. They're trying to get on the plane tonight, get back home, so they can practice in the morning, correct some of this junk, this bull junk. But my homeboy live right now, man. HBCU Overdrive, Doc Holliday, he live. He talking that talk. Yeah, he talking that talk. I'm gonna drop the link to Doc's stream. Whoever else is watching right here, man, y'all can go over to Doc's stream and tap in. There go the link right there. I'm finna go get on Doc link and handle business. All right, y'all.